So for my first activity, it's called Roll and Retell. And for this portion of my lesson plan, we'll be implementing it as the We Do. And the students will get with a partner or a small group. And each student, for each group, they'll be given a set of dice to roll and a task card with different questions for each number that they would roll on. And the students will take turns rolling the dice and asking each other the different questions based off of which number that they land on. So the purpose of this activity is to see if the students comprehend the fable that we had previously read aloud as a whole class, and asking each other the different questions from the book. So by doing this activity, this will let me know which students comprehend the reading and what misconceptions that the students may have. And allowing the students to work with partners will help the students explain their new learning to their peers, which is very beneficial for the struggling students. I will be able to see which students have different questions and different answers for each of their questions, and while they're answering the questions with each other, I'll be walking around the classroom to make sure that all the students are understanding how to answer the questions and what happened in our fable that we had read. And I'll be asking additional questions for higher order thinking to push their thinking a little bit. So whenever they go to play this game, each student will have a dice and a task card. So they'll roll the dice, and I landed on 1. So the student will read to their partner what is the story mostly about, and they'll answer the question to each other, and then they roll it again, and they take turns rolling and asking each other questions. So that's the first activity that they will be implementing. And then our second activity is what happened in our fable. And as you can tell, I have a foldable that says beginning, middle, and end. And for this activity, the students will be working independently. So they'll be handed this foldable, which will already be labeled with the beginning, middle, and end and already cut out for them to write inside. And when they open each tab, as for beginning, they'll write what happened in the beginning of the story, the middle, and for the end. And they'll also be including pictures for all their sentences that they had created for each tab. And then the students will share with as many peers as they can in the classroom and within 10 minutes about what they had wrote, and they'll share their drawings with as many students as they can in 10 minutes. And by doing this activity, we will be able to paraphrase the theme and supporting details of the fable that we are reading. And this is beneficial for the students because they will be able to use this foldable as a graphic organizer for their writing because it has our beginning, middle, and end. So it'll keep them organized throughout the story. And it'll also have visuals that they create of what they wrote in their sentences. So I'll be able to see who comprehended this activity by reading what they had wrote and looking at the drawings that they came up with to describe what's happening during each part of the fable. So for my example, I have the beginning, middle, and end, and I did the tortoise and the hare. So for the beginning, I put the hare challenged the tortoise to a race, and he was sure that he would win, he told the tortoise over and over again that he would win the race. And then for the middle, I put that they both agreed that the fox should choose the course and fix the goal. They started racing each other, and the tortoise never stopped for one moment. And for the end, the hare was laying down and fell asleep. When the hare woke up, he ran as fast as he could to find out that the tortoise had reached the goal, with an image of the tortoise winning. And if you notice, for each of my sections, they all have about 3 sentences each to complete a paragraph. Whenever they include it in their journal, they will write it all together, and they'll have a short paragraph or paraphrase of the fable that we had just read in our lesson. Awesome.